All right, welcome back to Empire of the Sun. And the last time we left, there was a combat going on down here and trying to attack Kandari here with the idea that I was going to PBM an air unit to a cancer. Um, and it worked. I was able to do some damage to the naval units here. So there's only one half destroyer left here in Kindari. But the most important part is that I was able to go ahead and PDM an air unit, naval air unit, into Macassar to cover this ABDA unit. So it doesn't, so it basically cuts that off, so it doesn't become active and supplies this unit and all that, and all this air unit, and you know, make trouble. One thing I also wanted to point out really quickly is that if you notice, I'm beginning to at least begin to sort of move my Japanese naval forces, air forces towards the South Pacific. You want to do that because you probably want to move. This is a point of strategy is to move the naval air units to the South Pacific. That way, if you have to deal with um, a an ISR event in the future, all you can think of the South Pacific as just all Navy, and Indochina theater here as all Army. That way, they're kind of swimming in their own lanes, as it were, and you don't have to worry about having to activate one or the other and stuff like that. Now, obviously, it's not complete yet. I still have a naval unit here in Bangkok. Um, right? One of the cool things, of course, of having naval air units in Bangkok is that it is in range of Rangoon. The Japanese naval army air does not reach all the way to Rangoon from Bangkok, so might be considered. That's something to consider. Anyway, so what happened was over that time is the Allies went ahead and played the Makin Island raid as an event, and so it was that they were able to flip a Japanese air unit in Kwajalein from the full strength to half strength, and let's see, and then basically the next thing came up is this card play, and I wanted to talk a little bit about this card play, the strategy behind or the thinking behind this card. This is a special card, a Tojo Resigns card. The Tojo Resigns card is a special card that can be played, and if it's played for the event, it causes a two political will hit on the allies. Um, and after 1944 or later, it has to be played for the event. Okay. Now you might say, and I played it for the points. I played it for the ops. I didn't play it for the event. You might say, well, gee, why didn't I play it for the event? It's a political will to reduce political will by the allies by two. That's a lot. Yes, that's true. It is a lot. But I just felt that at this time of the game, it's just way too early to play Tojo Resigns. Only because if I play Tojo Resigns for the event, so this goes into the discard pile. The thing that happens, the thing that Tojo Resigns allows, besides the two political will hit on the Allies, is the Allies can now play the Manchuria card. The Soviets invade Manchuria card early, and the Soviet invades Manchuria card essentially takes away these two resource axes, the Harbin and Mukden. So those things, it goes to the Russians. So the idea being, okay, the Russians invade Manchuria and capture these two resource axes. And those two resource axes actually, in the later game, 1943 and so on, after the Japanese strategic reserves run out, that will actually cause the Japanese to lose a card. Okay, so I guess the thinking behind here is, do I feel that it's worth playing this card early to get a two political will bonus, or to allow get the allies to take a two political will hit against the risk of him having the Manchuria card and taking these two resource hexes early? I thought to myself, it took me a while to kind of like convince myself that yeah, maybe this isn't the right time to play it for the event. One of the things that this card also does is that it forces a reshuffle the deck. So all the old Japanese cards that you played get reshuffled. Um, Obviously, there's not a lot of cards that have been played that need to be shuffled. So it's not that big a deal. There aren't a lot of cards in the pile that I like, except for the condo card. That would be nice to get back. But anyway, so that was something that I thought about and thought about. And I decided to play for the points, only because I didn't want to suddenly have to deal with him having the Manchuria card. And I figured, this will eventually, if you play for the points, it'll eventually go back into the pile and then into the discard pile, and then maybe the, the deck will reshuffle. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking of this wrong. Maybe I should have played it for the event. I don't know, but that it is what it is. I played it for the points, and I activated. I didn't do a lot with it because it's only a one pointer, but I think I activated a couple of things. Against the South Sea headquarters, and then I think I activated two ships, the two units here in Rabaul. There you go. Oops, sorry about that. And then also this land unit in Guam, the Special Naval Brigade in Guam. Okay, and you'll see what I did here. The Guam guy went to Rabaul truck. The idea is I wanted to marry it to this kamikaze cruiser, this APD, and then you can do assaults, you can do amphibious assaults with this naval brigade without using any ASPs, which by the way we're all out of already. So we're out of ASPs. I counted up the ASPs at some point before, realized I'd already used 6, and I had to put it there. The next thing I did was I activated these two guys, and they moved to Rabaul. Okay, so that captured Guadalcanal. We have Rabaul and Guadalcanal, and at the end of the turn, this entire Solomon Islands chain will fall to us. All right, so that's basically it. There's not a lot going on in this not a lot going on in this card. But I wanted to show you this card because I wanted to talk a little bit about the Tojo card and what my thinking was behind it, why I played with the points rather than the event, and hopefully it won't come back to bite us. All right, so thank you very much, and see you in the next card.